Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. We're not watching as a disease, and retro reels is the cure. I think.
It's yes. I like that. I should have been that guy as the icon.
How is everybody tonight?
I'm doing fine. By the way, I did post a little message. I meant to let you know. Yes, the Cowboy Bebop album was for me.
Oh,
It's an
well,
early
thank
Christmas
you.
present. Sorry, it wasn't wrapped. Right Stuff for some reason does not allow wrapping,
Oh, it
and
was
they really
wrapped up.
selling it.
Believe me, it was wrapped up very
Okay.
well.
Okay, but I mean, and I didn't want to have them send it here and send it back because I worry about vinyl breaking. I did pay for the insurance on the thing. You're getting an early Christmas present from me. You're getting a late one in January because unfortunately, the thing I want to get, the other thing I want to get you, does not come out until January. So you're going to get it
Oh,
then.
well, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right.
Thank
So you
you.
have something to look forward to. All right.
I will hopefully be mailing yours like this weekend.
There's no rush. There's no rush. So Cobra, huh?
Cobra, yes, Cobra. It's hard
So
to see with these on inside.
So yeah, I think I saw you were just on a stream. Sorry, I missed it. I'll have to
I
catch
was,
that later.
I was.
All right. That's a full house. All right. So
He met Brian Thompson at a convention one time. Cool.
was he a super nice guy?
Probably is.
He was terrifying on the X-Files. I remember the first episode he showed up on the X-Files, and it's like this one guy sees this terrifying man on the TV screen, and he runs because he figures he's coming after him next. And then as soon as he turns around, he's right behind him and kills him right there. It's just he played the alien. I think they called him the alien bounty hunter on the X-Files. He could shapeshift. That was his big thing.
And how are you, Retro? I feel like we haven't talked in like minutes.
All good, thanks. That was a good stream. The Die Hard.
Oh yeah, Die Hard. We've done 2 of those on this channel, and Die Hard is a classic Christmas movie.
Bang on.
It is.
Now, is Cobra a Christmas movie?
Okay.
The Birdman said it was.
I will have to argue to defend it as a Christmas movie, but maybe not. I think there's a Christmas tree in there somewhere.
There is.
I think someone gets shot and falls into the Christmas tree and bleeds out on the floor. But anyway.
Well, I thought we were starting this like at 7:30 my time, but it was 7:30 your time, Boomer. So
you said we want to go an hour early because Retro Reels, he's on the other coast, so he'd be easier for him.
You're right. That would be an hour early, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I thought it would help him out. And
my time zones.
Was able to do it this week. That's okay. You all set? Are you set for Cobra? Have you ever seen Cobra? What?
What?
You have?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. You
Do
robot
you
it
want
out
me to run the time counter on my screen to help people out?
Time counter.
Yeah, I've worked out how to have a time counter.
I don't want to do that.
Oh.
How did you do that?
Look at that.
Oh, there you go. You tell me when we're ready to go, and I'll start it.
Excellent.
I gotta learn how to do that.
Boomer,
I just got to duck down a bit, though. That's all.
Boomer, you ready?
I'm ready whenever you are. I got my movie queued up.
I've got mine ready to go. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do a countdown? 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah. Give me.
Yeah, I have a digital.
3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
I sent Miss 80s the link to her email, although she said she'd probably be too tired to talk for another movie. Like, Sylvester Stallone wouldn't use that as an excuse.
Now, assuming all of you got the Modern Warner logo before the movie started.
I did, yeah.
Okay. I don't know how it is in the UK version of this movie. I'm watching a digital copy right now as my Blu-rays are in storage due to the hurricane, but they had a digital copy on sale weeks back, so I picked it up.
Nice. This was like the dregs of the Beverly Hills Cop, wasn't it?
I'd heard about that. Yeah, this was originally like one of the earlier drafts for what became Beverly Hills Cop, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
They wanted Stallone for Beverly Hills Cop, and he wanted to change it around to how their ideas were. So yeah, he took his ideas and made this. We got another. Not only that, we got another Beverly Hills Cop link in this, and that's Bridget Nielsen, who he married.
That's right.
And then who appeared in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Yes.
And in Beverly Hills Cop 2, there's actually a poster of Cobra on the wall in Billy's apartment.
Oh, that's right. Because he had all the guns in his apartment. I remember that.
Yeah.
So when did you first see this a Birdman?
I want to say I watched this on HBO when I wasn't supposed to be watching it as a child. I thought, like, this is a weird movie.
Yeah, this must have been on HBO because it didn't come to Showtime, but I did remember catching it maybe on VHS because we were a Showtime household, and they did not get the Warner Brothers releases, and I think this was a Warner Brothers release. How about you, Retro Reels? Did this come to come to England?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was a bit young at the time, but I think I saw it in the early 90s on VHS. Cool. There's supposed to be a longer TV cut of this.
Yeah, I've heard that this was actually supposed to be a longer movie, but they had to cut stuff out.
There was a 2-hour rough cut that was too violent and gruesome.
I wish they would find that cut and put it out on something, please.
I've seen the TV cut, which has got extra stuff in it. I think it's alternate scenes at this beginning.
Interesting.
A few other bits, but yeah, the work prints never surfaced anywhere.
Interesting, because I know they did a Death Wish 2 4K release recently, and it's not on the 4K Blu-ray, but on the regular Blu-ray they include a television cut of Death Wish 2, which I thought was interesting that they included that. Over here, yeah. And I like the idea of them releasing these television cuts because sometimes they have alternative scenes and different scenes. I know the Criterion edition of Fast Times at Ridgemont High that came out a little while back that had the TV cut as well as the theatrical on it.
Okay, I'll be back in like 1 quick second. I'll be right back.
All right. Golan and Globus.
Classic.
I remember being a kid in the 80s, and I remember having a very nasty reaction to King Solomon's Mines. Maybe I'd enjoy it now more as an adult, but I remember thinking, this is like Indiana Jones, but not as good, and I was getting all angry.
I quite enjoyed that for what it was.
Yeah, I probably need to revisit it and give it a second shot, because... But I did like some of the other Golan Globus movies. I actually enjoyed Firewalker. With Louis Gossett Jr. and Chuck Norris, they were in
all of them, even the bad ones, had their charm.
Yeah. So I'll have to. I should probably do some rewatches of all these movies. Oh, here we go.
Maybe we should have a canon season, the best of canon season.
That might be a good idea, actually. Oh.
When you've got a limited budget and can't afford squibs, you have some fruit exploding.
I mean, I'm impressed. That's a fairly violent scene. You're just seeing the pump action, just boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I did pick this up on Blu-ray. Shout Factory put out a special edition of it.
Yeah, I've got the regular Blu-ray that come out with bare bones, but yeah, I want to pick up that Shout version.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's funny because I remember being annoyed because I got a Stallone triple Blu-ray pack and it came with Demolition Man, Over the Top, and Tango and Cash. And I was like, could I trade Over the Top for Cobra? but I'm fine. Now I have Cobra on its own, so there you go. There's my fourth Stallone movie.
Nice.
Now here we have the actor. I should bring up the cast on this. Couple Dirty Harry actors in this.
Yeah.
Almost like reprising. I mean, they're not playing the same characters, but it's almost like a nod. Like this is the new Dirty Harry Cobra. You know, this is.
He was also in Hellraiser, wasn't he? Andrew Robinson.
Yes. Hellraiser.
In fact, I think those are the only 3 films I've seen him in: this, Hellraiser, and Dirty Harry.
Yeah, he did a lot of television acting. He would pop on television a lot over. Like he was on a lot of the Star Trek series, his different characters, and I'm sure he showed up other places. But yeah, those are the 3 big movies I know him from. Were these 3? Oh, here we go. Where is Birdman?
There's your Christmas trees.
Yes, I know. I'm pointing this out, and this is my favorite part. You're free. This guy is just all sorts of evil. He's just look at that.
All right, I feel better. Okay, here we go.
You feel, but thanks a. You know, Bert, you missed the best part. Okay,
I've seen this part. He blows them away. You know,
and he
We
falls
just had
into
the
a
Christmas
Christmas
trees.
tree.
he does.
the
And that
Christmas
snowman's
jumpers
just
on.
waving like, "Hey." You know,
Imagine,
You've got the Christmas trees, and you've taken your Christmas jumper off.
imagine you're dying, and the last thing you see is a plastic snowman waving at you. Come on.
Could be worse.
hello, David Tar. Welcome to the chat. And Big Al's here, and Go Team Ghost Planet is here. Interesting story behind that car, by the way. That is Stallone's actual 1950 Mercury Monterey. They made some replicas of it to do stunt work with it. He kept the car. In 1994, some guy with big ass hairy balls stole it from Sylvester Stallone's own garage. And then in 2001, I believe, it showed up online where Sylvester Stallone found a guy who was selling his stolen car on the internet. And he reached out with his attorneys and got his car back.
Oh, that's funny.
Wasn't
But
it in the Expendables as well?
I think so. Yeah. And the car is valued at $250,000.
Nice. You could buy a few of them, Birdman.
I could. I mean, well, I did spend a lot of money in that Goonies house.
Yeah.
But
Now, okay, Bourbon, how would you handle the situation?
going into the grocery store,
I mean, well, no, there's this psychopath with a shotgun. Come on.
Yeah. So are you asking me how would I go into the grocery store, or would I go?
How would you handle this guy, man? You gonna talk him down? You gonna say, look, I know your father probably beat you while you were little. I feel you, man. That's what I would do.
I probably okay. Well, he's fired 3 rounds. He may have at the most like that shotgun should hold 6. So he's probably got 3 more shells left. I'd wait for him to run out of shells, and then I just bang
Flood
bang.
him.
I mean,
Look at that. There's a Coors. Love this. Take a sip.
Product placement.
Yeah. I have to admit though, that's a cool Pepsi display. I'm mad he destroyed that was a cool Pepsi display. He destroyed the cool Pepsi display.
But Cobra drinks Coors.
Yeah, I guess so.
Be like Cobra, drink Coors.
That should be in the commercial, right? They'll show him wasting the guy, and then they'll have the scene with him taking a sip right after.
After you've wasted some punk, have a can of Coors.
Oh,
takes the edge off. Helps with digestion.
here we go. You wasted a kid for nothing. Now I think it's time to waste you.
He's kind of dirty, hairy-ish, I guess.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
no.
I mean, yeah.
What I want to know is how many boxes of matches he goes through a week.
I'll kill her. I don't shop there. We'll talk. Sucker
Find
for good
cheesy
conversation.
lines.
Yes. You bring the. This is some great dialogue. Can't do that.
That's one of them lines where they're expecting people to laugh and they don't.
I'm a hero of the new world. Die. You like that? I'm the disease and you're the cure. Sorry, I'm.
There
You're the
was
disease.
a poster that was on like the poster.
Yeah, that was the
tagline.
tagline of the poster, wasn't it? Crime is a disease, meet the cure.
Oh, that's funny.
Whilst drinking a cause.
It's a fairly violent scene, you know. Just the. Is that an actual bomb or is that a prop bomb? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, they don't reveal it, do they?
Yeah, because I don't know if the guy was just playing that he had a bomb, or maybe he really did have a bomb, and Cobra just didn't care. I'm going to shoot him anyway. Here we go. Here are the vultures.
You mean the press?
Oh, yeah, they're called that too. I'm sorry. I love this when he says, "Is this related? Is this the Night Slasher?" No, that's an entirely. And you're thinking in the audience, who's the Night Slasher? Did he have to die? Here we go.
Rings true from today, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's the sad thing.
Did he have to die? You know, he's done all this shit, but
Yo, did you have to use
the
such
answer is
excessive?
yes.
Yes.
You walk into a grocery store with a shotgun shooting things. You're
It's
you
fair
shouldn't
game.
have the expectation that you're going to walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell that to his family. Yeah, that family's not going to be having a good Christmas. Not that, of course, I don't know. Maybe they're just selling the Christmas stuff early, huh?
This could be in July then. Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's other Christmas references here. We'll find out. I remember watching this thinking, oh, this is a Christmas movie. This is kind of. There's no actual Christmas music in it. Speaking of music, though, what do you think of the score, dude?
It's not my style. It's
about
80s.
this?
It's 80s.
You don't like the 80s synth? Okay. Well,
Is there a score? Who did it?
Guy's name was Sylvester Leary, Leary, Leray.
Oh yeah,
How would you say that? Leray?
LeVay? Didn't he do the score for Hot Shots as well?
Not according to my internet. I couldn't hardly find anything on him.
I'm pretty sure he did Hot Shots. Rez put that out. Yes, Sylvester LeVay scores Hot Shots.
now the actual soundtrack, though, that was released. It got an audio cassette and vinyl release on September 21st, 1986, followed by a
And then-
CD.
It got re-released in '99 from Sony Legacy on CD, and then in 2009 from Legacy Recordings.
This was when he had his brother Frank on every soundtrack going, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
I guess it's good to have Sly as your brother.
They got to a certain point where that didn't happen anymore, whether it was because Frank stopped doing music or Stallone got fed up with him, I don't know.
Stallone's still going strong, though. I've been watching him on Tulsa King. Very good show so far.
Yeah, I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, I've watched the first 3 episodes so far. It's
Have you seen The Samaritan yet?
I have, yes.
I haven't seen that yet.
Here's
good?
what I enjoyed it. It was getting ragged on a lot online, but I think it's fine. It's a very basic superhero movie, but it's kind of like about a guy who the hero disappeared in a big fight, and now this kid thinks he found him, and Sylvester Stallone's character. I enjoyed it well enough. I think it's worth a watch if you're a Stallone fan. Yeah, I give it a look.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch. Just haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah. You like his pizza? How he,
Who cuts a pizza with scissors?
Cobra does.
Cobra.
Who keeps
Marion
a gun playing
Coblesi.
kit in an egg carton in the refrigerator?
Look at that. You got the Toys R Us Christmas ad.
Yeah, I
Remember
was watching Toys R Us. There's a Christmas link again.
There you go. I miss Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Used to get my Nintendo games there.
I'm gonna be back in a minute, peeps.
All right.
Sure.
I used to get first I got Lego sets there, and then I got after I got done with the Legos, I started playing the NES games, and I got those at Toys R Us.
Ian sent me this really adorable Lego set today. It's like an adventure man with an adventure car. Check that out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Remember Lego City?
I'm gonna put it together when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah. No one has a clue to his identity. So this is a pretty intense little action movie, actually. I think it holds up pretty well.
Yeah. Oh.
So you get the
twirls of a 1911 around their finger. That's just dumb.
No. What is it with these vans? Whenever you see a van like that, whenever I see a van like this, I think serial killer. I think serial killer. That's what I think. They should stop manufacturing these vans.
I'm wondering what the too violent 2-hour version of this film is like.
I'm telling you, I want to see some of these uncut canon movies. I don't know if I want to see the uncut Death Wish 2. I heard that's fairly disturbing.
It's not disturbing to start with.
It was, and I'm thinking what did they cut out, and apparently they cut it. Certain scenes, unpleasant scenes, went on longer. I'm not going to go into details on that, but and where are the police? Nowhere to be found. Where's the press, huh? And that's the actor that played Harry's partner in Dirty Harry, Gonzalez. Remember? Well, not him. It's Stallone's partner.
And that's Garrick. You better watch out.
Yes.
I heard in like the original script, it was going to be revealed at the end that he was the mastermind behind all the naughtiness. But they decided not to go that route.
Might have been interesting since he played Scorpio in Dirty Harry. It might have made sense, right? You know. What's the Zombie Squad? Is that like Night Shift or something?
Probably so.
And you know the audience is nodding their head, right? So this is Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Dude, they just is that like is the gun range right across from the police chief's office?
No.
Is that like a normal thing?
No.
Come on, you like this score, don't you? This creepy music, huh?
No, I think I saw this. I was probably 13, maybe 14. And I was too young to watch it on HBO. I should not have watched this movie when I did.
How could you hit me? Ah, here she is.
And how did Sylvester Stallone end up with her?
Wasn't there a story about Arnold setting them up? I don't know if that's true, though. Somebody said something about that. I don't know if that was you or someone else. But She's seen the night slasher's face. People need better hobbies than, finding random women and slaying them and leaving them in very
Yeah,
specific
that's not a
places.
good hobby to have, you know. Yeah.
Maybe take up Scrabble, huh? What do you think?
Knitting, gardening, painting.
No, don't mention gardening, because when I think of gardening, I think of that one Unsolved Mysteries episode where the one guy's wife disappeared, and then suddenly the neighbors are wondering, why are you digging a garden in the middle of winter? And look at that. The police are in on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
It's
watched
quite well
this.
done, because the first time you see it, you're not too sure, are you?
Yeah, you're like, is that the same woman I just saw? It's like, this is.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of Saw 4, and I was screaming at the screen. I was like, the cops are in on it. They've been in on it from the start. And I hate him.
Would you have preferred that he had been the bad guy at the end?
I don't. I'd have to see it. I think that's what I'm going to say. What the trouble with you is you're too violent. Try prunes, raisins, fish and rice.
This was the 15th highest domestic box office performer in '86.
That's not good, is it? Is that good?
Out of how many films came out?
That's right. That's right. I keep forgetting. It was different than now, where you have these huge blockbusters. You could have a medium-sized blockbuster.
I mean, the budget was 25. It did 160. That's a pretty good return.
You like the songs?
No.
Dude.
Big outfit. She revealed she had an affair with Arnold during the filming of Red Sonja, and Arnold just started a relationship with Maria Shriver. So Sly got Arnold's leftovers.
Okay, well, I don't know the history. I guess that maybe that was Al that told that story. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Why is she buy a robot?
It's the '80s and robots are cool.
Is this like a Blade Runner sort of thing? Is this like, I don't know, like? I like those tats.
No.
You got the Grim Reaper.
No. This does have a certain MTV aesthetic to it, I think.
Yeah, well, all right. There's a wino in the alley.
Going to have a montage. Even Cobra had a montage. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Did you like that knife boomer that the guy's got?
Yeah, it's impressive. He was sharpening it.
It's a custom-made knife by Herman Schneider. He made them the knives for the film.
I didn't realize. Hello. So where's Bridget Nielsen from?
Denmark, I think.
Denmark, okay.
I kind of like those robots. I'd take one of those. They're kind of cute.
They're kind of neat. I'll admit that they're Was that for a count? Was that a calendar shoot? They're gonna have a different robot each month with Bridget Nielsen in a different outfit.
We should crowdfund that calendar thing.
Maybe it
Well,
exists somewhere.
You're the money bags, Birdman.
What games?
I don't know if that line works on a date.
He's just a photographer. She forgot her bag, or somebody forgot their bag. Ooh, Dan's not.
Kind of like a slasher film. I mean,
Yeah, it's bordering on it.
Yeah, it's kind of there. It's like a slasher gang if you think about it. It's like we could just
Christmas movie.
well,
You tell us.
there have been plenty of slasher Christmas movies. I was watching one the other night. I think it's called To All a Good Night, and it was about a psychopath dressed as a Santa Claus killing a bunch of sorority girls on Christmas break.
I think this definitely qualifies as a film set at Christmas rather than a Christmas movie. Because you can take Christmas out of it and it still be the same film.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sure there was a side plot with Stallone's ex-wife, his little girl, and he has to get the perfect present for her for Christmas while he's trying to track down the night slasher. But they had to cut that part out. I'm just kidding.
Cobra
Hello,
all the
Richard
way.
Fullerton. How are you? Good to see you. Ooh, Big Al says he watched Violent Night earlier. Are you going to do a review on that on your channel, Big Al?
Question. There was I remember on the site Teleport City there was a theory that all the canon movies take place in the same universe. So, for instance, this movie takes place in the same universe as Invasion USA and Death Wish 3 and
Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe. Yeah, there you go. Yes, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, and Ninja 3. The Domination, they all take place in the same universe.
Nice. This could tie into Life Force quite well. This could be like the remnants of the Life Force affecting the gang.
I remember Life Force. Yeah, I get tied to that. I think Patrick Stewart's head explodes in that, if my memory serves me. I have the Blu-ray of that one. Yeah, you ever see Life Force, Birdman?
No, I have not. I hear that I really need to, though.
It's got a naked space vampire chick in it.
It's kind of like Species, then, right? I mean, kind of.
You know what?
Yeah, it's like a predecessor.
Kind of. Yeah, it has kind of that vibe. Remember, I saw Species in the movie theater. I'm like, this is the most expensive soft porn I've ever seen.
How much soft porn have you been watching, Boomer?
Oh, leave me alone. It was all over the place in the 90s. You couldn't avoid it. I still have to see Species 2, though.
You haven't seen Species 2?
I have not. Is it good?
Yeah.
Right.
Not as good as the first, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty decent. 3's all right. Different girl in that.
I remember, yeah.
And 4, I've seen it, but I can't even remember it.
Okay.
Don't think that was that good at all. That was like a straight to TV one. That was.
Mm.
Do y'all wish they had made more in this series?
With Cobretti?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could argue in some ways whenever Stallone plays a cop, he's sort of playing the same character, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, granted, no, Cobretti's not the.
You
Which
could
one's-
argue that it's Cobra in Expendables.
Oh yeah, there you go. What else counts as a Christmas movie? Have you seen Wild Card with Jason Statham? That takes place at Christmas time.
Not seen that one.
It's actually not bad. He plays like a kind of a go-to guy in Las Vegas, and there's a scene with him beating the crap out of mob guys to the tune of White Christmas. It's funny.
Nice.
Oh, you have to test the knife somehow, right?
Paper?
Oh, that's a great drawing. Someone should have a picture of Conan, like a Conan comic, and it looks just like that picture. It's like... That's a bad drawing. That's like something out of a Police Squad movie. You know? Like a Naked Gun movie. This is...
Miss 80s is in the house. Hello, ma'am. How are you? I sent you the link to your Gmail if you want to pop in on this. Feel free. She said she loves this movie.
Miss 80s. What do you think of the soundtrack, Miss 80s? Because Birdman was being a little... But I don't know, this strikes me as your kind of soundtrack. A lot of songs on it, right?
Richard says Stallone wanted to do more of these.
This should have been an ongoing series. Yeah, this should have been... See, I like Stallone because he understands what the audience wants. You know, I want to see Cobretti kicking ass and, you know, punching Garrick. You know?
Putting people on hooks and then like sending them off in the plane.
Ah!
80 says she loves the soundtrack.
There you go.
Do you have it on LP, Miss 80s?
I love that. I love the way he talks to him. What's funny about the relationship is he's complaining to him about the stuff that he does. You know, you know, you're too violent. Watch your mouth in public. You know. Look, make room. Let's have a repeat of last time. I love. I know that guy. We're cool. So... This dude is terrifying. He was in a Van Damme movie too as the bad guy.
Yeah, Lionheart, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
That film's got so many different titles. Lionheart, Leon, AWOL. He's also in Fright Night 2, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was.
He was the sort of henchman vampire, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I haven't seen Fright Night 2 in ages. That one's known over here in the States as one of these DVDs that they made like a few copies of, and we've never seen it since I don't think it's even gotten a Blu-ray release over here. Fright Night 2.
No, there's lots of legal issues around that
Interesting. Yeah.
because the producers got killed, murdered by their sons
Oh,
before the film was coming out.
That's horrible.
that explains why it's hard to get your hands on that. Okay. Oof. I tried watching it on YouTube once because someone stuck it up there, but it was all in pieces, and then I could
He was
not really the best word.
also one of the punks in the Terminator.
Yes, in the first one. Yes, it's like
He took
No
he was the one wearing the coat.
I remember.
Arnie took.
Is this available on 4K?
What?
No, not 4K.
No.
There's been a recent sort of special edition of it come out by Shout Factory. But
Yeah,
it's the standard blue, not 4K.
Yeah, that's the one I have. I mean, it may at some point come to 4K.
Yeah, possibly. They're going. They seem to be going through their back catalogue and putting them out in 4K.
Shout's pretty good, but it's interesting how rights issues. For instance, we didn't get the Arrow edition of David Cronenberg's Rabbit because Shout Factory put an edition of that over here. So sometimes,
that often happens.
Yeah,
both companies get the license. One sells it over here, and the other sells it.
Yep,
over there. The same happened with Flash Gordon, didn't it? Studio Canal put it out over here, and Arrow put it out in the States.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it did come out to 4K in the States. I was thinking about picking that up because I think it has the other cut on it. Ronald Reagan, he was the president.
He was.
I had that Snapcase DVD, Miss 80s.
Oof! It's another Pepsi sign.
Yeah, I wonder how much Pepsi paid to be in this movie, and then if they were happy once they saw the movie.
Yeah, product placement was rife back then, wasn't it? Always remember the story of Die Hard 2. Black and Decker paid money to have their products in there, and they had to cut the scene because they basically, one of the bad guys got a drill to the head.
Oh,
and they weren't happy with it, so they cut it.
It's ridiculous.
Instead, it was showing their product in a bad light or whatever.
What did they expect the drill to be used in a Die Hard movie for?
And what about the nail gun from Lethal Weapon 2?
Oh, yeah. I doubt that was product placement, though. You never know. I think the funniest product placement is in Wayne's World, where they go on about that they won't be influenced. And they're like drinking a Pepsi and having a Domino's pizza, and we will not bow down to sponsors.
Huh. That's good. You don't bow down to sponsors. Look at this. Oh.
That's classic slasher scene, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like way too young to watch this movie when I watched it. I feel I may be too young to watch it now still.
I want to see, what did they cut out though, right? It's like
about 30 minutes worth of footage.
What's the one thing that you remember this film for?
Me? I remember stabbing and axe clanking.
Boomer?
Me, it's the dude at the beginning in the grocery store saying, "I'm the hero of the new world," and shooting the guy. He says, "You're free," and then Stallone taking him out, and the guy bleeds all over the cold cuts.
Well, do you know what I think of every time I see a mention of this film?
What?
The copious amounts of ketchup Bridget Nielsen puts on her fries. We'll get there in a minute, but yeah,
you want some French fries with your ketchup?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll say this: if he had just let it alone and not gone after her, they wouldn't know he was the Night Stalker because he just thought he was a creepy dude and just drove along, right?
Yeah.
She was busy with her photo shoot, wasn't going to the cops.
And now she can ID him as confirmation.
That was a smart fire alarm.
I don't get the reference on the Sherry Moon zombie of the 80s. Miss 80s says she sees it as a straight up slasher movie with action bits thrown. Oh, Big Al sent you some cut scenes, Boomer.
Let me see. Let's see. What did he say? Oh my goodness. What is all this? Okay. When first submitted to the MPAA, the film received an X rating, necessitating even more cuts. Focus on the censorship is unknown, based on director Cosmato's commentary and other several sources. Some cutscenes include the first murder victim having her throat. Oh, okay. Throat cut and hand severed.
Oh, well, that's charming.
Oh, there's some gory stuff they cut out of this. In the autopsy scene, lingering shots of naked and mutilated bodies of murdered women.
Well, that's just artistic right there, Boomer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yoko Ono shot that to be considered a masterpiece, and here it's just, I'm sorry. Two of these death scenes appeared in the 1990s TV version of the film, but with most of the graphic shots removed. Okay, that's interesting. I'll look at this later. That's cool. They got to release an uncut version of this. Trouble is, sometimes they lose this footage over time. Because they weren't thinking in the future that you could have unrated copies show up on home video. You know, they weren't thinking along those lines. I know that they recently restored My Bloody Valentine to its original cut, but that's a Valentine's Day movie, in case you wanted to know.
Okay, I was thinking it might be St. Patrick's Day, but
okay, yes. It's a good Canadian slasher movie. Except for the stupid mayor in town. Oh, I got some Valentine's Day candy. The only thing I like more than Christmas candy, anything better than Christmas candy, is Valentine's Day candy. That's the best candy. I'm thinking.
Halloween candy followed by
No.
Christmas candy.
No, it's Easter candy is the best candy. What are you, nuts? I go for
Halloween,
Easter.
Easter, then Christmas candy.
Okay, and then Halloween.
Then we can do Valentine's Day.
Okay. Ooh. I'd see if there was extended scenes in that grocery store. That was my favorite part of the movie. It's just- Oh, there's like more. That's Ingrid's photographer Dan, in which he was hit several more times with axes and attempts to escape, only to slip on his own blood. So this is a cult, right?
Yeah, I that's what I would call them.
I guess the point of the cult is they get to go around and you get to be a serial killer, and since it's a cult, you get away with it. I don't know. It's like,
That's quite the blow apart truck right there.
yeah.
It's a pretty styling car chase that they filmed.
Look at all that garbage. Yeah. I'm sorry. Look, there's Santa Claus.
And a Christmas wreath.
You're saying it's not because there's no mention of the season at all by verbally. In fact, it's possible that they just shot this movie during Christmas time, but it was just when they shot it, right?
Although, in the defense of it not being a Christmas movie, if someone's chucked the Christmas tree out, it's after Christmas.
Hmm.
This is very similar to the car chase in the Expendables.
Huh. Interesting. I have to rewatch The Expendables.
You've never seen the Expendables?
No, I've seen it. It's been years since I've seen it. That's all.
All right.
I've seen 2 and 3 as well. I like Jason Statham and Stallone in those movies. They could make a good buddy cop movie. Would be Jason Statham, so Stallone.
There's another one coming out where Stallone sort of hands the reins over to Jason Statham.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
They're filming it over here a couple of months ago.
So Expendables 4, I guess that would be what it is.
I don't know. I don't think they titled it yet.
Okay.
There was talk of him doing one with females as well. Expendables.
Oh, funny.
So why does that sign sparkle when it gets hit like that?
Why does the sign what?
It sparkles and everything. That's just because it's cool, you know. Like,
what do you mean sparkles? You mean like because the flames coming off of it?
yeah,
Because it's the kinetic. You know,
Wow.
it's because the metal hits it and the metal sparks off each other. You know, it's like whenever you see sword.
Sparks.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
There's another Christmas tree.
See, this is conflicting. If there's a Christmas tree up in the police station, but someone's thrown their Christmas tree away, is it like Boxing Day or the day after?
Really?
I don't know. You think that they would mention the fact that it is Christmas?
Yeah, but they're too busy trying to catch the night. They don't. You got a point. Why is Christmas not mentioned? Maybe there was a cut scene with like a mall Santa Claus, and then the Night Slasher crew like cuts his head off and puts it on the mall's Christmas tree.
Wow.
What do you think?
Wow, I don't want to ponder that one at all.
Okay, you don't want that. You don't like that scene.
No.
I hate to tell you, stuff like that happens all the time. All right. So it's a sick world out there. You know something? Beat him up.
Yeah, rock on out, 80s style.
See, you do like this soundtrack.
I was being silly, Boomer.
You know something?
I mean, it's no Cowboy Bebop,
You'll like it when you listen to it. Well, maybe you won't. I don't know, but it's a very important. See, the trouble buying soundtracks for you is I know you have a lot of stuff, and I figure what wouldn't he have? So I got you.
Well, I'm not Eric Woods. I don't have everything.
I gotta tell you though, that Cowboy Bebop soundtrack, it's to the anime and not to that Netflix series that we won't mention.
Yeah, they had a hot cartoon girl on the cover.
Yes, that's Faye Valentine.
Favorite canon movies?
Favorite canon movies? Yeah. What are yours? What's your favorite canon movie?
Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe.
The Delta Force. This. Over the Top. Runaway Train.
I think I've seen Runaway Train.
That's the only thing they ever got close to an Oscar with.
What do
American
I like?
Ninja's pretty good. The first one.
Oh yeah. Dudikoff. Yes.
Yeah.
What did I like? They did a lot of those ninja movies.
Invasion USA.
Invasion USA. That's another Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, Last American Virgin. How could I forget that?
Oh, I was going to mention that one on my
that
list.
movie.
Last American Virgin. Oh man. All the PUA artists, they cite that movie as like their inspiration. I'm trying to think. They did the Breakin' movies, which I have not seen, and apparently there was that wasn't Golden Globe split up. They each did a Lombardo movie. I remember that.
Yeah, one of them set up. Was it Century something? And the other one went to MGM, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Some of the Death Wish movies were good. The sequels.
Oh, I love the Death Wish sequels. I love Death Wish 3. I mean, it's Death Wish 3 is he comes back to New York City instead of a gang of a few dozen, it's like thousands of gang members taking over this part of the city, and he has to kill them all.
Another good film they did was Street Smart with Christopher Reeve and Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one.
Christopher Reeve's payoff for doing Superman 4. They basically said you do Superman 4 and then you can do any other we'll finance any other movie you like.
You want to do Street Smart? That
was Street Smart, yeah. Cyborg with Van Damme.
I remember Cyborg.
That was actually a recycled between Masters of the Universe 2 and Spider-Man.
Huh.
When they realised they started doing all the sets and stuff. And they
That's
basically
right.
threw them in there to make use of them when they realised they weren't doing them anymore.
Did Cannon do Invaders from Mars, the remake?
I think so, yeah. That was
I enjoyed that one. That was a pretty good. That was
Toby
spooky.
Hooper, wasn't it?
Toby Hooper, yeah, he did a remake of Invaders from Mars.
Because he did 3 with them, didn't he? Texas Chainsaw 2,
Yeah.
Life Force, and that, I think.
I did like Texas Chainsaw 2. Of course, I kind of want to see his original vision, which was supposed to be a straight up comedy. But do you own a rubber chicken, Birdman?
No.
That was like a thing, like when you were a kid, all the prop guys, it was like a thing you had to have was a rubber chicken. That was like a thing, and I was like did I think Weird Al had a rubber chicken. It was like every prop comic just.
I just want to go to what they're saying in the chat about the month the film was released. Regardless of when it was released, they wouldn't have altered the film based on what month it was being released in.
Yeah, Richard Fulton says the ending of Death Wish 3 is like a live action video game. I am sure that Death Wish 3 inspired many a video game over like such like Final Fight and Double Dragon. I think they saw that movie and said, "Oh, that's what the United States is like." We're just gonna. I enjoyed Firewalker. Some people may find it corny, but I enjoyed that one. The Louis Gossett Jr. and Chuck Norris team-up movie where they were hunting for treasure.
How could we forget mentioning canon movies? King Solomon's Mines.
Yes, and
then its sequel, Alan Quatermain
and the Lost City of Gold.
Gold, yeah. Sharon Stone's first big screen outings.
I remember, yeah, that's where she got her start with those canon movies. Richard Chamberlain was in those.
Yeah. And John Rhys Davies, who played Sallow in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
Was the common thread between Indiana Jones and King Solomon's Mines.
Yeah. In fact, I think he showed up in Firewalker as well.
So all these people saying that the new Indiana Jones film is going to be excellent because it's got Sallow in it, just remind them that it could be another King Solomon's Mines.
It could be, yeah. They're really going to have to knock one out of the park to get me interested. I mean, is it going to be like Maverick? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, the director is good. I did like Ford versus Ferrari. That was a good movie, but I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I am hopeful and optimistic. If those are one the same, then I am the same.
I am not.
Completely neutral until I've seen it.
But I will reserve judgment until I learn more about it. Let's see, though.
Richard asked if anyone read the book Fair Game, the book that Cobra was based on. I have not. So I guess it's kind of like there are two versions of this film if you count the one with Cindy Crawford and that Baldwin too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
You like those crinkle cut fries she was eating?
They're okay.
I like a good crinkle cut fry. That's not bad. See, there's the
John Williams was 85th scoring the new Indiana Jones film. He says it's going to be his last motion picture.
No. I would have gone out with something, I don't know. Go out with the Bullet remake or something. Or redo or whatever it is. It's not a remake, that's right. There's a nativity scene. There you go. Is this like the sacred versus the profane? Is that what this is all about? You know, you have this horrible psychotic. So does he suspect her?
Of course.
Because he's the Cobra.
He doesn't strike me as being an overly trusted sort of chap.
He's getting the grenades out. He knows they're coming. So did you ever have like a cool uncle that gave you a grenade as a birthday present?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Like a BB rifle. Has anyone here seen the Fair Game movie with Cindy Crawford?
No. Is that the one where she had the shower scene, but she was clothed or something?
I don't know.
Maybe that's what it was. There was some movie
It
with.
is by the book goes by two titles: A Running Duck and Fair Game, and both films were based on the book.
Interesting.
I've just put the image of the cover on my screen. Paula Gosling.
His hearing's so good he could hear her eyes opening up. You like that?
That's like Commando smelling people.
Oh, Commando was even. You could smell that? Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could.
There is quite a strong possibility that is inspired because this was a year after Commando, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Commando's 85.
And yeah, this is eight. Yeah, that was 85. This is 86. And they were both. That's when their rivalry was starting, wasn't it? With Rambo 2 and Commando up against each other and fighting for scripts.
We're gonna see each other while this is over.
They met on. This is where they met. This movie, wasn't it?
I guess so.
So did she have the affair with Schwarzenegger before? Because I know they were married. This came before Rocky 4, didn't it? Because she was in that with him, and they were married then. So they must have met on this. They probably filmed this 84, 85.
Yes. I don't know.
Because Red Sonja was 85, wasn't it? Or was it 86?
You know, that was a big thing in the 80s. They were always predicting. I think the tabloids were going nuts with the Stallone.
Yeah, Sonja's 85.
Red Sonja. You like that movie?
It's got its
Yeah,
charm.
I've only seen it on TBS as a child, so I probably haven't seen it the way it needs to be seen.
I always thought it was a bit of a doozy, and I picked up on 4K earlier in the year.
Oh, I didn't know.
Watched it and really enjoyed it. I hadn't seen it for that long that I'd forgotten most of it. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a bit silly in places. It was a good comparison. Is comparing that with Conan the Barbarian to King Solomon's Mines and Indiana Jones. It was like the naff version, but still enjoyable. Big Al saying that they met on Rocky 4 and this was a year later.
Oh, okay.
Well, they both come out the same year, didn't they?
Guess so. I don't know. There's a biography about them somewhere.
Yeah, they're both 85.
It's almost like vampires or zombies descending upon a town.
Basically, yeah, man. They're taking over the police station. That's awesome. I'm sorry that that should be what I remember this movie from, shooting up the skylight. The guy falling through. Just...
Just looked it up. Their marriage only lasted 19 months.
Wow.
I'm sure it was an exciting and fun-filled 19 months.
Maybe terrifying.
They must still be on good terms though, because he brought her back for Creed, didn't he?
Creed 2, yeah.
I'm not really sure how many people there.
What?
How many bad guys there are total?
I don't know. It's a cult.
Loads.
Probably like a few
Was
hundred.
she married to Flavor?
I don't know. Did they get married? I know they were seeing each other on that one show. Oh, not Flavor Flav. Look at this. Boom. Oh. Drive through it. There goes the hood. Oh, I guess
this is very similar to the chase in the Expendables, where Jet Li's in the back firing the guns.
Uh-huh. Forgot Jet Li was in the Expendables.
Let's go hide in the murder factory.
You know, they gotta hide somewhere. Roads ain't safe.
You should take some of them oranges off and throw them at them.
That'd be a scene in The Last Action Hero. He would stick a grenade in one of the oranges, and the guy picks up the orange about to eat it, and then it blows up. Yeah.
There you go. He's just thrown an orange. Boom.
Is this Orange County? Just
don't know.
Have y'all seen the Rageaholics review of this movie?
He liked it. He said this movie was very metal. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah. I don't think you could make this movie today. I just went.
It's hard. You have to hunt down like good R-rated action type movies. I don't know if I would call Wrath of Man an action movie, but it was a good gritty crime movie with Jason Statham.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Wrath of Man, I enjoyed a lot.
The Expendables movies really rewound it back to the 80s action.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah. Yeah, they got everybody in that. They even got Wesley Snipes in that last one.
they? Mm.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, they had everyone, didn't they? I think the only people they didn't have was like Steven Seagal, probably. They had Van Damme, everybody, didn't they?
Yeah, Van Damme. In fact,
Chuck
Van
Norris.
Damme even said he would show up in it again as the twin brother of the guy of the bad guy, because the idea was it was the whole double impact thing, you know.
He's done loads of films with twins, hasn't he?
Yeah,
What was the other one he done? There's a twin, Double
there
Team.
there were a couple. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, where he.
Oh no, it was Knockoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Double Team was the one with Dennis Rodman, wasn't it?
Hmm.
He was
Oh yeah,
Knockoff, where he had a twin brother.
I think so.
She's a bit bimbo-y in this, isn't she? Like,
Well, so all she does photo shoots and gets paid for it. That's her line of work, right? And she eats crinkle cut fries with way too much ketchup on them. I mean, I like
damn
ketchup.
right.
You know, I think she eats fries with ketchup. I think ketchup is her.
You think ketchup is what?
I think she's eating ketchup, but she's putting a fry with it.
Fries on it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Here, see, this is Christmassy. You got the someone's chestnuts roasting in the on the open fire, right?
Yeah.
You're right, though.
That woman baddie does a good job. You really do want her to die, don't you?
She's creep. She's a creeper.
She doesn't look the type either, does she?
No.
Bit too motherly.
Yeah. It's the hair too. You know, it's. What the heck? He's not doing well.
Nice.
That's why he carries the match.
That's the only reason.
Because you never know when you might have a chance to just,
Stop, drop, and roll, right?
So they missed a trick on there. They should have had like a match company sponsor this movie.
Oh yeah, there you go. Like he's always pulling out of a
like Swan Vestas or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, don't push my face.
This guy's a good villain for Stallone here, though, because they're both these terrifying built guys. You know, this is just. I mean, he looks like you'd punch him in the face and you'd shatter your hand doing it. You know. He's got his knife.
Knife's bonkers.
See, he got spikes on it.
Surprised you haven't got one of them to open your packages, Birdman.
Good point. Yeah.
You know, this guy's not right in the head.
Probably not. No.
Pig.
Yeah.
I think now we're in the self-defense realm.
You have to take me in if you can. Yeah, that man have rights. You can't violate them. They'll put me in a cushy hospital.
That's very similar to "I'm Your Worst Nightmare."
Yeah.
There she is, bitch.
He's got a knife. Stallone has a chain.
Have y'all heard they started scouting locations for Gladiator 2?
What?
Yep. Ridley Scott
What?
directing.
Scouting locations. That was
Yep.
filmed just about 5 minutes down the road from me.
Wow.
Huh. The original, I take it.
Yeah, the original.
Okay. Gladiator 2? They're doing a sequel?
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to be in it?
It's going to focus on grown-up Lucius, was my understanding from what the internet told me.
Don't know what to think about that.
Is there anyone managing this foundry?
It did have that security guard that got shot.
Okay. Oh! That's.
Here we go. Yeah.
See, I'm glad it wasn't just something where he gets knocked into the into the flames. No, put him on the meat hook, and then send him off to get burned alive.
Have a good night.
Texas
Coach Mingo's
Chainsaw
Planet.
Massacre inspired.
Yes.
Richard says Gladiator was the first movie he watched on the DVD.
Oh, really? Okay, that was the early days of DVD. Look at that. He just got torched. Was such excessive force really necessary?
I was quite deep in the DVD by the time that came out. I think I got DVD player in late 97, early 98. And Gladiator's 2000, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got my first DVD player, I think June of 98. I remember some of my first DVDs. I think Night of the Living Dead, Dog Day Afternoon. I think Dirty Harry was one.
Blade was one of my first ones.
Oh, the movie Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that when that came out. gummy bears. He's gonna be okay. Oh, here we go.
Stallone looks like he's really pushing his chest out in this, doesn't he?
Oh, sure.
Just being muscular. So,
he's not going to get his car back. Here we go. Look at this. He doesn't want to shut up. No hard feelings.
after he got smacked in this, he moved to England with his wife Julia.
Oh.
And ended up cutting his hand and dropping the blood on the floor. And his brother Frank come out. And we had the Hellraiser movies.
You know, those have really good scores, Birdman, the Hellraiser movies.
Yes. Eric Woods has convinced me to add those to my collection.
Christopher Young, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. I just got to fly to this week.
Nice. What that's Perez, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you get the original release?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wake up, little Johnny. Who's little Johnny?
So this is the Christmas classic from Sylvester Stallone, known as.
It's not really a Christmas. If one of them had mentioned Christmas, I could argue, but no one says the word Christmas. The word Christmas is not mentioned by anyone in this movie. Like even what's his name says, I could really go for some candy canes, you know, because it's Christmas time. There you go,
yeah.
Gummy bears. It says gummy bears or some gingerbread or something. No, it's just. It's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, I like this movie. It's a good one.
It does its job.
And it doesn't waste your time. It's a nice 90 minutes. See?
It's not a boring film. I'll give it that.
It's not even 90 minutes. It's 87 minutes. And check out that soundtrack. I'll be picking that up. What do you think, Birdman? You like this song, huh?
I mean, I would buy a copy of it from this 80s for Christmas, but I wouldn't buy it.
You're not despite being called Soundtracks with Birdman, you're not actually a soundtrack person, are you? You're more of a score person.
I'm a film score person, yeah.
Scores with Birdman doesn't sound right, though. Soundtracks. I used to call them the soundtrack when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I didn't realize that the score and the soundtrack are two completely different.
It's a grey area, isn't it? It's one of them things where different people
call them soundtracks, other people call them scores. Yeah, I mean, now that I'm older, I realize, okay, the soundtrack, that's the licensed songs. Like the Batman Forever soundtrack versus the score.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah, like the Batman Forever, you know, Kiss by a Rose on the Grey or something, and then the Bono song that was on there, and the, you know, just everything else. How about you? You fan of the Batman Forever score or soundtrack, Birdman?
I've got the score.
Heard the score.
Okay. The score's fine.
All right. Oh.
Well, Boomer, I don't know if I will make it to Boston next week. I'm dropping $1,300 on car repairs this week.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, if it's fixed, and that's it, I'm happy. Because I've been after this traction control for like 2 years. And my guy's been like, well, I don't see anything wrong with it. I can't get through. It seems okay. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay.
You sound like Hank Hill there. Is that what the guy sounds like?
And in Birdman's mind, probably so. And a year ago, I went to Toyota and I paid them $200 to give me a diagnostic. And they're like, well, okay, so it'd be like, $1,200.
Just get rid of that motor and get one of Cobra's.
Anyways, long story. It's finally getting fixed. Traction control. They're just waiting on the parts to come in, and they should be here tomorrow.
All right. Well, I hope your car gets fixed in time for you to do the concert. But keep me posted.
I mean, I hadn't budgeted $1,300, so.
Oh crap! I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I may not, but I have to make a decision by Sunday, or I'm gonna get stuck paying for the hotel regardless. So I will let you know by Saturday night if we're doing anything.
Sure. All right. Cool. This was fun.
And now, the Cincinnati Pops is live streaming their Christmas concert Saturday on YouTube. Free.
Really?
Nice.
If you're up for a watch along party, you can do that.
I'll let you know. I don't know what I'll be doing Saturday, but if I can make it, I'll make it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. What
Cool.
time is it?
I think it's 7:30, but I'll check. I'll check and I'll let you know.
Okay. I'll have to see if it's on at silly o'clock in the morning. I might not be able to make it.
Okay.
Got a busy day Saturday.
I understand. Appreciate you staying up so late. Well, it's late for me, at least.
All right. Yeah, I got you. And yeah, cool. So
Other than the few times I've got up to get a drink and go to the loo, I've been sat here for 4 hours now.
Wow.
Okay.
That Hard was fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it was good. I'm pleased with how it went. We'll have to do some more.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, everyone, I've got a wolf pack to feed. I got a Birdman tummy to feed as well. So
all right.
check the channel announcements for the concert on Saturday. I haven't worked out all the details yet, but
We'll do this.
Check out Retro Reels. Check out H Boomer. Adopt, don't shop. Keep listening to great film music. And have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.